Hello, I'm Jill Kearns, and I am here to chat a little bit more about the scariest part of Halloween. So while you guys are hopping on, I'm going to tell a little story. So this Monday at basketball camp, my son actually came home with this green bag loaded with really scary things. Some of them, these aren't really that scary. He's got some little toys and things like that. And then the scariest part of Halloween. This, in my opinion, is probably the scariest part of Halloween. Why? For lots of reasons. So it's the candy, right? The sweet treats, they cause all sorts of issues. So there's dental issues, inflammation in the body, digestive upset, right? Worst of all, they leave us craving more and more and more. And what's Halloween followed by, right? It's followed by 2 months of more sweet and savory foods to satisfy all of those cravings that we now have. So, okay. And then also don't get me started on the fact that this one in particular contains artificial flavors. A lot of them contain artificial colors and artificial sweeteners even. All of those are brain toxins. All of those are toxic to your body. They're wreaking all sorts of havoc. So our rule in this, these are a no-go in our house. Our rule is no artificial sweeteners, no artificial colors, no artificial flavors. So, and no artificial, yeah, I think I covered them all. So that's our rule. You can have some sweets. There's a little bit of sugar allowed in our house. Make your own rules, but might be worth considering. They're toxic to the brain. We notice behavior issues for our kiddos. So, so what are some things that we can do, even as grown-ups who love candy and things like that, that can make it through this holiday and the next couple of months successfully? So here's a few ideas that can make all the difference. So first off, let's talk about steering clear of the candy bowl to begin with, right? So one simple way that I love, and I learned this a while back, is inhaling peppermint essential oil. So there's actually been studies that have been done showing that it may actually help people feel more satisfied. So I love to actually wear peppermint in my diffuser necklace. So anytime a craving strikes, I can just take a whiff, and it's right there with me all the time. It smells yummy, and it really actually, it's amazing how well it works, at least for me. So awesome. So so this is one of my first tips and tricks. So Young Living, the peppermint is amazing for this. So we've also formulated some other amazing products that are great for passing on the treats. And I love keeping a bottle of, I'm pulling them out of a trick bag. Isn't that fun? Sleek Essence with me. So I put this in my water and drink it out of glass or stainless steel, of course. But there's because there's lots of pesky chemicals in the plastics, and you don't want to end up drinking them. It's not a good idea to ingest out of plastics any more often than necessary, and definitely not with essential oils. So I love drinking this in water. I'll actually take a drop, put it on my tongue, and use it as a breath freshener sometimes too. So, and then another thing that I love to do is I actually keep a pack of the Sleek gum with me. Now, I'll tell you, this one was something that needed to grow on me a little bit. It's got kind of a different, it's not Trident, better for you than Trident. It's got some really amazing ingredients in here, including frankincense resin. And what I notice when I chew a piece of this is that I forget that I ever had a craving or that I was even really hungry to begin with. So keeping a pack of this can be really helpful, especially when you're on the go and, you know, the offerings are there and you just kind of want to say no. But so that nagging voice that kind of begs me for chocolate kind of just goes away. And then one more. Sleek tea. So this stuff also contains some of that frankincense resin. It also contains ocotillo and spearmint, as well as oolong and cacao. So all those ingredients work together. There's a few more as well, doing what they do to keep my blood sugar stable. They make me feel satisfied. and calm and relaxed as well too. So I love having a cup of this at night before bed, especially that's when I get my cravings most. So it also happens to be great for detoxifying. We notice that we just get a little cleaner afterwards. So it's kind of a double bonus if you happen to have already slipped up a little bit and want to start getting back on track. So I love the sleek tea for that. So on the topic of indulging, if you did, cool, let's get back on track, right? Beating ourselves up, it doesn't do any good anyway. So let's talk about what you can potentially do, what I love to do, post-indulgence. So this one is another one that we get in our starter kit, and I love it. And it is, I'm going to show you both bottles because I'm going to talk about both ways to use it. Digize. So Digize is my go-to whenever I eat something that doesn't sit so well, or just to help my body to digest things a little bit easier. So my personal favorite way to use it is to put a drop of the Digize Vitality. It's the same thing in both bottles, but on my tongue, like that, and then drink a little water. I don't really need it at this point anymore. It's also nice to put it in a capsule or just to add a drop to your water and drink it that way. We also use the Digize topically on the abdomen, on the bottoms of the feet, and then also in the diffuser too. So there's also some supplements, the Essential Zymes and Essential Zymes 4. They're digestive enzymes that are going to help. They're amazing for helping to break down foods and to make them easier to digest. So we like to take them at every meal. Also, I don't know if you know this, but Young Living actually has an entire collection of nutritional supplements that are there to help with cleansing. So if that's something that's an area of concern for you or that you're working on, the way that you know that they're cleansing, this happens to be one of my favorites, it's multigreens, the labels are green. So these are fantastic for cleansing. So I can point to you some great resources for learning more about each one as well. And there's plenty even within this group too. So lastly, let's cover how to keep the pearly whites pearly and white, right? So Young Living has dental care covered too, if you don't already know. So my favorite is the Thieves Whitening Toothpaste. This one is currently out of stock. And so what I do in the meantime is I love the Thieves Aroma Bright with a drop of the orange or orange vitality on top of it too. So my husband is also a fan of the Thieves mouthwash, and the kids love the Thieves toothpaste, the Kid Sense toothpaste. That actually has some of this citrus oils in it as well. So, and then also, didn't make it bag, Thieves dental floss, just to make sure we get it all out from in between the teeth. So these are my hacks. These are my tricks that I wanted to pass along to you about what can help with managing the upcoming holiday, the Halloween holiday, but also the ones that are coming after that, so they're not so scary. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day.